you guys! I'm Jen Houston and welcome to Shut Your Cake Hole, where we talk about cakes.
And cakes.
Last year I made a pie flavored cake that looked like a turkey, but this year my finger is broken. I had a fight with an air conditioning unit. I thought I could take this AC unit out the window by myself, and I couldn't. So I opened the window and down it fell, but the cord got caught in my finger. I'm lucky that there was a ledge down on the first floor to catch the because there were people standing underneath there. I was having major flashbacks to that scene in Fargo. So I'm inept. I'm not inept. I'm
You're
ept.
not inept.
I'm ept.
You're ept.
I'm incapable today of making the pie turkey cake. So I've invited my dear friend Charles Tucker. You guys, we had a baking company called This Chick Bakes in Manhattan for 11 and a half glorious years. Charlie, have you ever made a cake?
Never in my life.
So Charlie was like the back end of the business, and I was the front end of the business.
I was the ass end.
I roped him into reprising last year's cake.
Now, can I show you a picture of what I want to do? I have it on the phone here.
What is that? Is that you? Good Lord, put that away. Who are you sending that
It's
to?
a turkey. It's
He's
a raw
married.
ass turkey.
And, oh, it's a raw turkey. I thought it was this guy.
I want to make a raw turkey. So
That can work. We can make a raw turkey cake.
let's do this.
Let's do this. I can't even clap right. All right, so I baked a few different sizes of butter pecan cake.
Here, you've got a broke finger.
I can't.
Broke ass.
I'm useless.
All right.
I would take this largest cake, have this be your bottom, cut it into whatever the shape is.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, go slow. Just get the basic shape first. You can take one of these smaller cakes and just
Like
literally,
I
yep,
had it like that.
and slope it a little bit because this bird is very curvaceous. There is no sharp corners of this bird.
I see what you're saying. I'm going to go in at a little angle.
There you go. Oh yeah, heck yeah, rightio.
What if they're kind of like that?
Yeah.
That gives us automatically
Yes,
that kind of.
yes.
So we don't have to do that hole now, do we?
You can cut this hole if you want. Just dig it out. You've got to configure your legs now. Cut it in half. Don't worry
Okay.
about making it round. Nope, cut it in half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can just start
Oh,
carving away at that. What about these guys?
The T-Rex on it.
I like T-Rex arms, aren't they?
Next.
All right, so we have some coffee caramel buttercream. We're gonna get these guys a nice little coat. Can I show you? Just take some little strokes. And I think that's enough for now.
I guess I was thinking we were doing like a final. We're just
We're getting everything.
basically covered.
Yes,
Just
yes.
basic.
Because the fondant has to have something to stick to.
Oh, this is like glue.
Yes, and you have to think about every single bite of cake being like a really nice bite of cake.
So in that, are we going to cut these guys in half?
Oh, yeah.
And every layer we've done.
Yes.
So here,
Yes.
here, and here.
Yes. Yes, we're gonna disassemble this. Now that we
What?
have our shape, yeah.
We have to mark it like A,
No,
B,
no.
and C.
You don't need to do that. Just
Why?
Finish this. Just stay with me.
I'm with you, but I just don't know if I
You
think you know what you're doing.
every day of my life working with this man.
This is terrible.
It's okay.
All right, that's all I'm doing on that one.
Everything in early stages looks horrible, and you can't believe it's going to come together.
That's true.
But it does. So we're gonna just set those guys aside. Now,
Where's a Sharpie we should mark?
no,
Right and left.
you're good. You don't need a Sharpie. Okay, just want to cut it in half. You got it. So now, put your first layer of frosting down. I would add a little bit more. That's it, because this
This
is
is too thick, right?
No, it's not too thick. That's a nice, just about 1/4 of an inch. This is when you are thinking about the cake itself, in that it's something to eat. Mouthfeel. What do I want each bite of cake to be? So now, same thing to this layer. You good? I'm just gonna drink this tumbler of vodka, this glass of water while you do that. You know the hardest thing I ever had to do on Thanksgiving? Charlie, do you know the hardest thing I ever had?
But you're gonna go, you know the hardest thing I had to do on Thanksgiving? Charlie.
Pretty sure that we didn't do it on Thanksgiving.
I'm pretty sure.
Or any time.
What?
The hardest thing I ever had to do on Thanksgiving was to be in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I was Morticia Addams on a float.
The cool tide spirits upon us this year. We'll get a bad name for spreading good cheer. Addams Family, sing, sing.
Joe Torre was in my trailer. He was super nice. He had just won another Super Bowl. Let's get a layer of frosting on this.
All right. Should I do the sides too?
Yeah, you gotta do the whole thing. Take your warm water and your Flexi scraper and just drag it across and just smooth out. Looking good. You know, thousands of people are watching you do this now. Tens of people are watching you do this.
There's at least 30 people that are
There
gonna
are
see
30
this.
of our close friends watching you do this now. All right, this is the fun part. We're gonna cover these with fondant.
Let the good times roll.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Voile canard.
Okay, so I have made this fondant for you. So I know you've never worked with fondant before, so we're gonna start slow.
You know, I used to throw ceramics,
Oh, well.
and we would have to knead the clay, of course.
You got 2 pieces now, and you can just flip it over. Start pushing down from the top, keep lifting and smoothing with the other fingers. And when you're ready, leave a little extra to play with. Just take off like the massive extra right now. Get your texture mat in there. So now you gotta roll out enough fondant to cover this whole thing. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna roll it up on itself.
Wow, that's a
Okay?
good
So
trick.
you're gonna grab the cake, slide the cake, and now I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, do it.
Do you
Do
want
it.
me to?
Do it if you can with your broken finger. This is a ceramics tool, actually.
Yes, it is. So many of the tools overlap. Alrighty. That looks good. So now we just need a little white fondant. You make the little nubby bone. Cool. I think it looks like a turkey. Is it looking like a turkey to you?
It looks good. It's got like butt breasts, front butt. But since we made the raw bird, let's just go for it and say, hey, we're gonna cook it.
Okay, let's give it a little airbrush. So we're gonna use a few different colors. So we'll do kind of an orangey all over roast, keeping back 6-7 inches and keep the wand moving. Now, do you see how the texturing comes up when you add the color?
Totally.
Yeah. So now let's just take some straight up brown, go in wherever there's a seam, barely pulling back on the trigger. What about these bones now? They are roasted. I put a couple drops of white and a couple drops of brown. And let's see what it looks like because it can't stay that white. Let's just do one last little low light with some black. We're just literally making a shadow. All right, let's just quickly throw together some stuffing. We need our bowl of cake scraps, maple syrup. Let's get some melted butter in there just because. And just a couple of these little tart cherries. Oh, Buddy thinks they're treats. Oh no. Let's get our bird.
And just stuff it.
Yeah, man. Do whatever you want. This is your cake. I keep saying like, oh, it's your cake.
That's good. That's good.
Charlie, I'm so proud of you.
Wow!
Dude,
We stuffed a bird.
I would totally eat this.
I gotta say, I found it fun,
Good,
challenging.
good.
I like these wings. I like the way the bones look. And it's cake.
Now, Charlie, your family's about to step up in here. Should we?
I hope so.
What?
Okay.
What is that? What's that?
A pumpkin.
A pumpkin.
What is
What does it
that?
look like?
A whale.
You've never
No,
seen
what
a
is
whale?
A whale. Now, did Charlie really make it?
He
That's
really
the
did.
question.
No, dude, I barely touched it. Wyatt.
Time for cakey.
Hi, buddy.
He's speechless. Oh my god. It's awesome.
Oh, that's really good. All right, you guys, we want to thank you for spending part of your holiday with us. Charlie, thank you so much for coming and do this with me today. Oh, and just a word of advice. If you ever think that taking an air conditioning unit out of a third-story window by yourself is a good idea, I'm going to tell you to shut your cake hole. If my granny were alive, she would get such a hoot. But she's dead!